Well, if you're able to catch your breath after that 77-72 heart-stopping game with Great Britain topping over Lebanon, we got one more game in Group D play today. Argentina taking on the host team Rwanda from the Kigali Arena in Rwanda. Aaron Sanders back with you, and like I said before, we had a close game between Great Britain and Lebanon, and now the main event features two of the teams that got off in group play on Monday on a high note. Rwanda will start off with them as we take a look at the final score of Great Britain and Lebanon. Rwanda pulled off a great victory against Lebanon on Monday. They were able to do it by the final score of 80-62. And they were led by one of their star players, Bella Marekatet, who had 24 points and 7 rebounds. And they are still pining for their first World Cup appearance. Again, this is their first appearance in a World Stage event. They placed 4th in the FIBA Women's Afrobasket just a year ago. And for Argentina, as their starting lineups are being introduced, they won against Great Britain 53-47 in what was a close game in the final few minutes, but Argentina pretty much had a hold on that lead, and they were led by Macarena Doruzo, who ended up with 19 points. But a big scary thing to consider when it comes to Argentina is their shot choices and their field goal percentage. They shot under 30% from the field in that victory against Great Britain. Rwanda, on the other hand, shot comfortably with 45%, and they're one of the best free throw shooting teams in the Rwandan leg of the Women's World Cup pre-qualifiers, shooting nearly 89%. You compare that to Argentina, that's 50%. Last time Argentina made the World Cup was back in 2018, where they placed 15th. Their best finish was back in 1953, where they placed 6th. So you have a team that has World Cup experience against a team that's looking for their first ever trip to the World Cup in Germany 2 years from now. We're going to have some fun with this game. It's Rwanda facing Argentina. We'll have the anthems and the starting five. That's next on the FIBA YouTube channel. crowd filling up Kigali Arena as the national anthems have just finished for Argentina and Rwanda. They exchanged gifts and pleasantries before the game. One of these teams will go up 2-0 in Group D play by the end of today, and the other will fall to 1-1. We already saw Great Britain improve their record to 1-1 after defeating Lebanon, who are currently in last place with an 0-2 record. The officials running the sidelines for today's game start with, from Australia, Nicholas Fernandez, along with Arnold Mosea, and from the Ivory Coast, Nadej Suzu. You have to imagine there were a handful of Rwandan fans that were ready to go even during the Great Britain and Lebanon game. The starting five for Argentina has Agustina Barani starting, with Melissa Gretter, their captain, who had a rough scoring performance with 1 point, picked up 6 rebounds for her trouble in that win against Great Britain. Florencia Chagas, Macarena Deruzo, and Victoria Gauda rounds out the starting lineup for Argentina. The 5 for Rwanda is Asuma Awuzie, Destiny Faloxi, who ended up with 12 points. Bella Mareketen, who was the player of the game with 24 points in that win against Lebanon. Ineza Sifa, who had an 18, and Keisha Hampton, who down low scored 21 points off of 43% shooting. Those are your lineups. We'll get underway from the Kigali Arena in a moment. Crowd tells you the story as we're almost underway in the final game of Group D competition here in day 3 in the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifiers, the Rwanda leg. We'll see how much energy that Rwanda will feed off of when it comes to this crowd, and we'll see if Argentina could drown them out and silence them with their great play. Who will go 2-0 in Group D play by the end of tonight? 40 minutes of action. We're moments away from tip-off. Victoria Ghana will jump it off with Bella Mareketen. Ball is in the air, and we go as Rwanda wins the opening tip. They will go from right to left. Argentina left to right. Destiny Faloxi, who ended up with 12 points and 12 assists for a double-double. in that effort against Lebanon as we get the first whistle of the game. And that will be on Argentina. Underneath dribble drive. Good screen from Awuzie. 3 ball goes down, and that opens up the scoring for Rwanda. A fast way to get things going. It's 3-0. As Destiny Falaxi matches her jersey number. Macarena DeRusso, leading scorer for Argentina in their 53-47 win against Great Britain. A game for which shocked the tournament. As Barani misses the 3, Ghana snags the rebound. Second chance for Argentina. Fake by DeRusso. Try to send it into Ghana, but it's stripped away. And Barekatet racing the other end of the floor. She's going coast to coast and takes it into Ghana. All muscle, all hustle, all day. Barekatet makes it 5-0. As I mentioned, Argentina was ranked last place in the power rankings that were issued before the 3 qualifiers, and to upset a team like Great Britain a few spots ahead of them really opens the eyes for all the other teams. Argentina with 3 to shoot, out to Greder, the captain, and they're unable to get a shot off in time. Pulled down by Falaxi. Falaxi looking into the near side. Awuzie misses it, picks up the rebound, and taken back by Barani. Ghana trying to set the screen as Barani works it around to the near side. Here's Greder. Greder in Argentina trying to fend off a near shot clock violation as Chaga's 3 is a no-go. Back to DeRusso. And Greder with 6 to shoot. Greder driving by. And here's DeRusso for 3. No. And we have a foul on the floor. 7:31 left in the first. Rwanda with the early lead. Long shot off the mark. And this time, Ineza Sifa picks it up. By the way, Keisha Hampton picked up that first foul as she pulls up for the 3 and can't knock it down. Greder with the board. Ended up with 6 assists and a lone point in that 6-point victory against Great Britain the other day. DeRusso for 3, off. It'll stay with Argentina with Awuzie trying to get the rebound. Crowd is electric at the Kigali Arena, rooting on for their home team to try to punch their ticket into their first ever World Cup appearance. They have a few hurdles to climb before they make that feat. Down to 3 on the shot clock. Barani spins around, fires it up, draws the foul, and she'll shoot a pair of free throws. And with Barani coming to the line, she ended up with 11 boards on Monday. 50% free throw shooter as she gets the first one. Argentina finally on the board, 3 minutes and 5 seconds removed from the game. Argentina shot 50% at the line on Monday, and Barani knocks down both free throws. It is a 3-point game, Rwanda ahead. Group D competition, the winner will go up 2-0 in group play. Loser drops the 1-1. Pull up Jay. Hampton bounces out. And Barani picks up a rebound. And Chagas goes ahead. Lost her footing. Around the world. As Greder comes up with it. Greder met by the double team. She's going to have to find somebody. She does, and Chagas bombs away. Yes! Chagas chugging along with her first three, and we are tied at 5. Biloxi off the screen, and Marekatet hands it off to Hampton. Hampton finding Marekatet again, and Barani's called for the foul. And Bella Marekatet shot 83% from the line in that victory against Lebanon. Again, her stat line, 24.7 rebounds and assists. And she has been crashing the boards while shooting 78% on that victory. She's 1 for 1 at the line as she regains the lead for Rwanda. Misses the second one, and Awuzie able to pat it away. A second chance for Rwanda, a tie-up as we head to the possession era. Argentina with the ball based on the possession arrow. And remember, Argentina shot 28.6% from the field against Great Britain on Monday. They're shooting 14.3, and that has decreased with Melissa Greder missing the layup. And those are the shots Argentina has to make. You're crashing right to the basket. You might as well finish. As Florencia Chagas giving an explanation to the officials. Rwanda ball side out. And here's Destiny Biloxi guarded by Greder. Biloxi finger roll, in and out. Greder ahead to Chagas, yes! Florencia Chagas with the second triple to give Argentina an 8-6 lead. Rwanda, the host team, ranked 7th in the power rankings prior to this tournament, 74th in FIBA World Rankings. As we see Chagas hitting the floor with the shot clock winding down. So Awuzie will throw it in. The foul was on Chagas. Three ball, yes. From the corner. Nothing but net. So it's 9-8 Rwanda as Ineza Sifa buries one from the corner. Here's Barani, another three, that's short. And Hampton and Ghana fighting for the rebound. As the official is saying that Ghana touched it last, they're going to confirm it. As it is Rwanda ball. More than 5 minutes gone by here in this game between Rwanda and Argentina. Group D play and Group D only here in Day 3 of group phase action. Group C taking the day off, and we'll be back in action tomorrow. All 8 teams in the Rwandan leg of the World Cup 3 qualifiers will play tomorrow, as it is the last day of group competition. And then on Saturday, Friday being the off day, the semifinals between the top 2 teams from each Group C and D. The winner of those games will face each other for the final on Sunday. I'll have the call of that game along with Justin Taylor. The winner of the final will advance to the World Cup qualifiers next year. So talk about punching your ticket to become one step closer to the grand stage 2 years from now in Germany. 9 to shoot. Here's Greder from downtown. She can't put it there as it hits the back iron. Awuzie on the rebound. Sifa, who already knocked down a 3 from the corner a minute ago, sends it to Hampton, who is able to draw the foul. Foul committed by Julieta Mungo. The center who picked up 3 rebounds against Great Britain on Monday. She picks up her first. And here's Keisha Hampton with the first free throw, and it bounces right in. Hampton with her first bucket. For those tuning in on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the premium membership for just 99 cents a month. Exclusive content like exclusive Q&A sessions with the FIBA experts are heading your way if you subscribe. 99 cents a month as Keisha Hampton splits the pair to make it 11-8 Rwanda. And a ball tipped by Sifa, and she finishes it with a layup. Nice heads-up play from Rwanda as Aneza Sifa able to get the job done to make it 13-8. A little bit of some words after that finish with Awuzie coming up with the layup, with the assist. Argentina over the foul limit. Rwanda with their last foul to give. Underneath, Ghana. Argentina working their way to the rack as they cut it to a 3-point deficit for them. Better playing master lock defense on Falaxi. This may be the key matchup here when it comes to the backcourt. As Falaxi breaks free and scores with the left hand. Falaxi, phenomenal, as she makes it a 5-point game. So she was able to finish with her offhand. We are down to 3 minutes and 7 seconds here in the first. It's Siciliano, whose shot goes wide, and it's picked up again by Barani, who regains possession for Argentina. Argentina playing as last place team in the power rankings. But a 3 from Mungo makes it 15-13. We are back to a 2-possession game. Diana Cabrera and Siciliano checked in on the last stop. Cantori and Marekatet came in for Butera and Falaxi. And here's Awuzie. Misses the 3. Straight away Mungo. Sifa with the near steal as they have to get it right back to the front court. They do. And time winding down on the shot clock. 4 to go, running jumper, bounces twice, and it's missed by Siciliano. Back to Sifa. She spins, sends it off, and the shot doesn't go down. There's a foul with 2:03 to go. So Bella Marekatet and the rest of Rwanda getting themselves into the foul line as they prepare for their 5th and 6th free throws with exactly 2 minutes left. Marekatet already has 3 points. Nearly 7 minutes of action. She makes that 7 or 4 points. Final day of group play starts tomorrow with both Group C and D playing. So all 8 teams will have a go tomorrow as Marekatet goes 2 for 2 for her 5th point of the game. Rizzo slows things down for Argentina and was trying to pass it to Martinez, and she wasn't ready for the pass. Argentina placed 7th in last year's America which qualified them for the World Cup pre-qualifiers. And there are 3 players that are making their national team debut for Argentina. That's Siciliano, Martinez, and Botta, who did not play against Great Britain on Monday. Pull up 3, Marekatet banks it in! Bella Marekatet from the top as she picks up her 8th point as Rwanda leads by 7. And a steal. Here comes Hampton, finding Marekatet again into the lane, driving, and ties it up with Diana Cabrera. So throw in for Rwanda off of the jump ball situation. Straight away, Hampton falls away off the mark. Rebound by Cabrera, one of the many centers for Argentina. She drives it all the way to Siciliano, who blows the tire off of that one. Heartbreak city for Argentina. They're getting to the basket, but they're not finishing. Here comes Kentori. In the lane, whistle called, offensive foul, with 52 and 6/10 seconds left. So that foul is on Rwanda. Now both teams are over the foul limit for the rest of the quarter. You know what's interesting about this matchup? Rwanda was placed 7th in the power rankings and Argentina 8th. And hold the phone, traveling is called on Diana Cabrera. Both of these teams have to get it together when it comes to controlling the ball if they want to finish this quarter off on a high note. And so far, Rwanda has the advantage, 20-13. Up top, Patera. Underneath, intended for Hampton, but Amaikwen Siciliano takes it away. Running up the floor, DeRuzo. Shot clock and game clock frozen. We apologize for that. We approach the final few seconds of the first quarter. Cabrera on the fake, drives, kicks it out. 5 on the 24. DeRuzo from downtown. She can't put it there. On the rebound is Patera. They have to hurry up. Final 3 seconds, bombs away. That is short as Martinez pulls down the rebound to end the first. So that will do it. In the first 10 minutes of action, Rwanda leads Argentina 20-13. We'll have the second quarter for you in just a moment here on the FIBA YouTube channel. Taking a look at the game stats as we approach the second quarter. Argentina shooting 24% and Rwanda shooting 46%. Most of their shots have come from inside, and they have the advantage when it comes to the assist department, 5-4, 3-1 when it comes to steals. But Argentina has the rebounding advantage as Siciliano misses the three. 13-9, a +4 off the boards for Argentina. And Florencia Chagas leads Argentina with 6 points, and Marekatet leading Rwanda with 8. Second quarter underway. Keisha Hampton trying to drive by Cabrera, met by the double team, feeds it underneath. A pretty pass, but a stronger finish coming from Hope Patera. And again, dishing the ball is what they do best. They ended up with 20 assists in that victory against Lebanon yesterday. And they were able to pull up with their 6th assist. And the defense really stepping up here in the first minute of the second quarter. Patera on the dish, back to Philoxy for three, way off. As Martinez had no trouble getting the rebound. Siciliano pulls it back. Argentina has had some bad luck finishing at the basket, although they could get those extra passes for long shots like that one. That's off the mark as Philoxy comes away with it for Rwanda. Running up the floor, 3-on-3, it's back to full strength. Keisha Hampton trying to drive by Cabrera. She does, flings it away off one leg, but misses the fadeaway. Back to Siciliano. To Martinez. Florencia Martinez spots up. Took some time. The tap dancer doesn't fall. Underneath. And Butera and the rest of the team able to work it up as Awuzie was able to get a lot of running room, and she was left wide open. The score, with Argentina taking a timeout, 24-13, Rwanda ahead, and they have the 6th man cheering them on. Awuzie was able to get a nifty assist while being wide open to give Rwanda an 11-point lead. And we see some changes made as Melissa Gretter checks back in for Florencia Martinez. And Hampton, Mikuyiza, and Awuzie is out for Rwanda. Sifa, Kiobi, and Marekatet checking in their places. Philoxy with a near steal. That's back to Siciliano. Working your way away from the right elbow. Spot up three ball. No good. Argentina has had several chances for the extra pass and try to finish, but it has not worked in their favor as of yet. Philoxy to Patera. And Philoxy getting a screen. And Marekatet using too much of her shoulder. That's an offensive foul. Marekatet on the foul as Cabrera holding her own as she was trying to guard Marekatet. Argentina has to step it up field goal wise. They're only shooting 17%. Foul away from the ball. And more changes made here as we approach the 7-minute mark. And that is Chantel Kiyobi on her first foul. And Cabrera was able to draw 2 fouls off of Rwanda on both ends of the floor. So she's being effective when it comes to that. Ball back into play as Gretter sends it to Mungo. Gretter finding Cabrera. And those extra passes finally pay off for Argentina as they get on the board. Rwanda now with Awuzie in for Batera. Looking to feed it more inside. Remember, they shot 45% from the field on Monday. 3 to shoot. Philoxy from downtown. Can't put it there. Another chance as Sifa gets the pass. And Rwanda shooting 47% despite the miss. Down to 3. Philoxy pulls up. Can't hit it either. And Candela Gitinetta pulling up the rebound. And Gretter holding on to her head. She got knocked. She got knocked in the head on the fall down for the rebound. So a desperation shot from Philoxy. And you saw underneath. And good on Gitinetta, saying the officials, one of our players needs some help. But Gretter is able to get right back by herself. She has a face mask on. Luckily, she was able to have that on because I can't imagine if you get hit really hard in the face what kind of damage that may do. But Gretter has grit. Okay, she's played for the national team since 2011 for the FIBA Americas Championship, played in last year's AmeriCup, which was hosted by Mexico. She was 7th in rebounds with nearly 8 a game, 1st in assists with 6 dimes a game, and her tournament high was 11 points and was a rebound and an assist away from a triple-double in group play. And that was against America. So she has played for the national team for a total of 13 years. So that tells you how much dedication and grit she brings to the table as she feeds it into Cabrera. The teardrop doesn't hit. Here comes Philoxy. And Rwanda. Played 4 minutes here in quarter number 2. Keisha Hampton feeding into Mareka Tet. She's going to go do-si-do with Gitinetta down at the elbow. Finds Philoxy, the 3. It's good! Destiny Philoxy again ringing up her jersey number as it's 27-15. Philoxy now with 8 points and 2 triples. Cabrera gets it back from Siciliano. Met by 2 blue shirts. The 3, no good for Gitinetta. Argentina with a second chance. Pull up Jay Siciliano. That's off the mark. And if it is a foul on Argentina, it's going to go on Gitinetta. And it will be on Gitinetta, the first team foul for Argentina in the quarter. Rwanda with a total of 16 rebounds. Argentina showing grit. They have 18. And Rwanda, if they try to go for another 3, they're shooting 44.4% from downtown as Chagas takes it away. Here's a chance for Argentina. Mungo for 3, can't get it. And Sifa secures it. Another 3. Not bang on this time around. Gretter looking behind, drives around, gets it back from Chagas. Chagas, the leading scorer for Argentina at the end of one with 6 points as she gets it into Gitanetta, who blows the layup. Another try, Mungo this time. Can't get it either. 3 straight misses for Mungo. Hampton not wasting any time getting to the front court. And it's called for a travel with 4:07 left. And we will step aside for a break. Timeout. Heavy crowd in the Kilgally Arena, most of them cheering on for Rwanda. Matter of fact, most of these fans watched Great Britain take care of business against Lebanon earlier today. Group C taking the day off. They'll be back in action tomorrow, which means Group D has taken center stage here today. It will be Rwanda ball. Caruso and Barati in for Argentina as Mungo and Cabrera checks out. Mungo's rough shooting performance for her. And Cabrera, she's getting looks in the mid-range, but hasn't been able to pull the trigger and knocks them down. Here's Sifa. Underneath, Mareka Tet called for traveling. And Argentina, their guards meeting Mareka Tet. Look how Gitanetta and Barani worked to stop Mareka Tet right in her tracks. Argentina last place in the power rankings prior to this tournament. Was able to shock the world with a win against Great Britain on Monday. They're looking to go 2-0. The J from Chagas doesn't go. And here's Barani. Just flips one up off the glass and off. Pass intended for Awuzie, way beyond her reach. Both teams were careless with the ball to start things off, but Rwanda was able to secure the tempo, share the ball, and drive right to the basket. And they've been adding three-pointers to their arsenal, which is why they were up by 12. 7 seconds on the 24. Barani gets it up and in. Back to a 10-point game. As Russo made the assist for Barani. Mareka Tet with the screen. It's out to Awuzie. 5 on the 24. It stays with Rwanda. Under 3 to go until halftime. Rwanda taking care of business most of the way. Argentina had the lead at the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, and Argentina's defense pays off as they force a 5-second violation on Rwanda. Argentina, again, their shooting performance has not been the guiding point for them. They're shooting 18%. Remember, they shot under 30% against Great Britain on Monday. Will they pick it up in the second half? We'll find out. And that three-pointer does not work wonders for them. Russo missing it from the corner. Out to Hampton, pull up three, can't get it there. Redder to Chagas. The other side to Russo. Russo taking a chance, driving to the lane. A foul on Rwanda gives them their third foul of the quarter. Redder far side to Russo again, guarded by Marekatet, going for the fake, out to Gitineta, no. And another chance for Argentina as they continue to edge Rwanda on the boards as Gitineta is able to make up for her miss as she goes in for the reverse. Spot up Jay, no good. Set shot off the mark for Awuzie. Foul in the back gives Argentina their third foul of the quarter. It appears to be on Barani. And with 1:41 to go, we'll take a timeout. Agustina Barani picked up her second personal. She heads to the bench as Argentina will deal with Greder, Gitineta, Chagas, Russo, and Ghana on the defensive end as Rwanda able to get possession. Philoxy out to Sifa on the crossover dribble. Misses the long shot. That would have been the play of the day. Up the floor is Greder. She's not wasting any time. Chagas trying to dribble it out, but back to Greder. Ghana to Russo. Russo trying to get away from Sifa. It's out to Ghana. The corner three, way off. And Sifa with the read. One minute remaining in the first half. 27-19, Rwanda ahead. Philoxy back right out to Kantore. Sifa to Hampton. And she's unable to get it. Neither team shooting well. Rwanda shooting now down to 37%. Argentina under 20. The drive from Gitineta finds the three ball for Chagas at the top. So she's able to get it from the wing. And it's 27-22, Argentina bouncing back. 2 seconds aside from the shot clock and the game clock. Philoxy going toe-to-toe with Greder. Philoxy with a little iso ball, three to shoot. Philoxy steps in, can't bury it. That will do it for the half as Rwanda takes a 27-22 lead over Argentina into the clubhouse. Taking a look at the leading score.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good. Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
An advantage. Rwanda ended up shooting 35%. Argentina shot 21%. And Rwanda starts the second half with the ball and the lead, 27-22. This is Aaron Sanders live on the FIBA YouTube channel. Game 2 of Day 3 in the Women's World Cup pre-qualifiers, brought to you by FIBA. The driving layup is no good. And Argentina being led by Florencia Chagas, who at the end of the first half ended up with a total of 9 points. Nice turnaround jumper, but it doesn't work for Agustina Barani. The putback doesn't fall for Gintinetta. And Gintinetta has been a pest for Rwanda and has been doing good things off the ball for Argentina. Marekatet spots up and hits. So after going ice cold in the second quarter, Bella Marekatet pulls up and gets her 10th point of the game to give Rwanda a 29-22 lead. Third quarter, winner of this will go 2-0 in Group D competition, and there's a little bit of a battle between Owuzie and Barani. Argentina defeating Great Britain on Monday, and Rwanda taking care of business against Lebanon 80-62. And DeRuzo heads to the foul line, which has been a rare occasion for Argentina. First free throw goes down. Fourth free throw coming up for Argentina. DeRuzo picking up her first point of the ball game, and she stays with one. Incidentally, DeRuzo ended up with 19 points on Monday. So she has been kept off the scoring sheets up until this point. Here's Sifa. Can't get the three ball to go. Earlier today, we saw Great Britain and Lebanon play, and Great Britain hold the 77-72 victory to give them a 1-1 record, and Lebanon dropped to an 0-2 record. So currently, Lebanon is in last place in Group D, 0-2. Great Britain 1-1. And the winner of this, obviously, will be in first place to approach the final day of group competition tomorrow. Gretter back out to DeRuzo. Here's a three from Barani, and that doesn't go down either. So again, rough shooting display from both of these teams since the start of the second quarter. And remember, Argentina only edged Rwanda 9-7 in the second quarter. Finger roll doesn't go. Argentina has had some trouble finishing at the rim. It remains a 6-point game. 2 minutes gone by here in the third. That's a foul on Barani. So Rwanda will bring it up court. Only one bucket was made in this third quarter, and that belongs to Rwanda. Loxie to Hampton. Hampton trying to breeze by GT Netta, and she finds that to be a hard task. Sifa gets it back. Sifa pulls up and unable to drop. And Barani able to take it out of the air. Ahead to Chagas, one of the game's leading scorers. Here's Gretter on the drive, cutting in from the right side, sends it to Chagas, whose three goes in and out. Rebound by Barani, cleared by Barani, three by Gretter. That's an air ball. And the three ball hasn't been exceptionally kind to Argentina. 14% from beyond the arc. There's been only 2 lead changes. Since then, Rwanda has been taking a hold onto the lead. The shooting has not been well for either squad. And Sabine McGinney into the game for Rwanda. It is 3:05 Eastern Time, 9:05 local time. And if you're in the West Coast, it is 12:05. Shot underneath doesn't go. Biloxi, smart pass to Hampton, and that is another air ball. Back-to-back air balls for both of these teams from downtown. And Rwanda chucked up some unnecessary threes in the second quarter, and unfortunately that carried on here in the third. Only one bucket made here in the third quarter so far. DeRuzo feeding it to Gretter. She gets close and misses. And McGinney doing a good job picking it up for Rwanda. Sifa back out to Faloxi. Underneath, Hampton up and in. So it was a 3-minute scoring drought until Hampton put it right up and in. DeRuzo to Gretter. And the three-point woes continue for both sides. Rwanda has Great Britain tomorrow. That will be the final game in group play in Kigali Arena. And Argentina will face Lebanon. Spot up J. Keisha Hampton with back-to-back buckets. So Keisha Hampton heating up here in the third quarter. It is a 10-point Rwandan lead. As Argentina trying to find some ways to get a bucket. Chagas unable to get one for Argentina. As they continue to rely on the three. Argentina's made 1 point in this quarter. Faloxi, one-on-one with Gretter. Marekatet falls on the seat of her pants, but it didn't matter anyway. It did not matter as Sabine McGinney gets her first bucket in the World Cup pre-qualifiers. And it's a timeout called by Argentina, and Kigali Arena is coming alive. Rwanda has forced Argentina to little or no response here in the third quarter. Argentina with only 1 point in this quarter alone. Rwanda has picked it up with 8 points. And Keisha Hampton was able to get back-to-back buckets a while back. She has 6 points. Faloxi with 8 points. And Bella Marekatet, a rebound away from a double-double. She has 10. She made the quarter's first bucket after becoming ice cold in the second. And Chagas and Argentina ice cold in shooting. And their woes continue with an offensive foul. Sabine McGinney hit her first bucket prior to the timeout. The AL Kilior player. Here's Faloxi. Back to McGinney. Hand off to Sifa. Sifa trying to blow by DeRuzo. Is able to draw the foul on. And a 5-second violation turns the ball over. 2 free throws coming up for Argentina. Argentina with only 1 point here in the third quarter, and they have to pick it up fast, with Macarena DeRusso spotting up and making the first. DeRusso ended up with 19 points. She has been limited to 2 points in this matchup. Under 4 to go here in quarter number 3. Argentina out of fouls. Sifa in the lane for Marekatet as she advances to the line. Marekatet with a double-double, 10 points and 10 boards, as she's looking for her 11th and 12th point. And again, a good turnout on hand for Kilgally Arena. Moving on, their national team. Team that placed 4th in the FIBA Women's Afrobasket last year and made it to the final round in the former Africa Championship for women back in 2009 and 2011. Their first world stage event. And Gregorio Martinez, the head coach of Argentina, was just called for the technical foul. So Marekatet missed the technical free throw, but is able to make 2 of the original free throws to give Rwanda a 37-24 lead. .340 left in this Group D competition. Third quarter action as Florencia Martinez passes it to Diana Cabrera, trying to fake over Marekatet. Got the step and everything, but cannot find the bottom of the net. Marekatet, long shot, yes. Her foot was over the line, so they'll count that as a long 2. Marekatet just getting things going for Rwanda. She's pulled up on her 12th point, and she's been having a game. 12 points, 11 boards. Drive shot, no good for Florencia Martinez. No buckets for Argentina in this quarter. They only have 2 points. Rwanda has 12. They have not made a field goal since the dying moments of the second quarter. They have not made a field goal since Florencia Chagas made it from three-point land with 31 seconds left in the half. Take that in consideration. They have not scored a field goal in more than 8 minutes of action, with Keisha Hampton at the line and making the first. The lead bounces to 16. And Hampton knocks it down as Hope Patera checks in. One of those quarters that Argentina would like to forget. They have their largest deficit of the game and the largest deficit in this pre-qualifying tournament. Florencia Chagas in for DeRusso. And Siciliano will throw it in. Siciliano had 5 points in her national team debut on Monday. She has been kept scoreless. There are 4 players that have yet to score for Argentina. That includes Florencia Martinez, Melissa Gretter, surprisingly, Boda and Saravia. But Boda and Saravia has not played for Argentina in the pre-qualifiers yet. 7 to shoot. Chagas from deep. And Rwanda just picking up off the fans and the poor scoring display from Argentina. Foul on the floor. Argentina shooting 15% from the field for comparison's sake, and Rwanda 36.8. This is a huge moment for Rwanda when it comes to this pre-qualifying tournament. Their grand debut when it comes to a world stage event. They have never made a World Cup appearance before. And McGinney just cooking it up here in the third quarter. She's able to pick up her 3rd point off of the free throws, 1 of 2 at the line. Martinez has it stripped. This time, Butera is able to take it. Loxy cutting in, spins through and misses. Here's Siciliano, and she makes the first field goal for Argentina since the 30-second mark in the third quarter. Lead back down to 15. Opatera feeding it into Keisha Hampton. Butera, Biloxi, 3-ball, no good. And Diana Cabrera pulls through with 55 seconds to go. There she is charging down to the key. Travel called on Siciliano. And Rwanda bursting through. They are up by 15 as Magini finds Butera. Shot clock winding down. It is at 5. Here's Sifa. Catch and shoot. Got it! 4-point play coming up. And Neza Sifa, who continues to deliver the damage from beyond the arc. And this will be a quarter that Rwanda will not forget, as they are outscoring Argentina 18-5. And that pretty much blown the roof off of Kigali Arena. And Neza Sifa. If you didn't believe in this Rwandan team before, see for yourself now, as she's unable to make the 4-point play come to fruition. It is an 8-point lead for Rwanda. Sifa with her 8th point, her 2nd triple, down on the floor, and it may look like Cabrera will head to the line. First free throw for Cabrera, and if you're tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to be a part of the premium membership. You can join in for just 99 cents a month with exclusive content and features. Cabrera makes both free throws, and that has been the story for Argentina. Most of their points have come from the line here in the third quarter. They are down by 19 with 17 and 3/10 seconds left. Here is Ghana underneath, and she can't put it in. Biloxi being the bully of the boards here as Rwanda looks for one last shot here in the third quarter. Sifa pulls up and misses. Three seconds left. Argentina will have the ball. And here's Siciliano from half court. Almost had it. But that has been the story for Argentina. It has been an ice-cold display of shooting, which knocked them down to 16% from the field goal range. Meanwhile, Rwanda picking up off of the dry scoring spell from Argentina as they outscore them by the score of 18-7 at the end of three. They lead 45-29 at the end of three. Rwanda taking advantage of Argentina's dry scoring spell in the third quarter. Bella Mareket leading the scoring with 14 points, 12 rebounds to her name, but we've seen Ineza Sifa and Sabine Bugini stepping up in the third quarter. The backcourt players combined with a total of 11 points in the game so far, while Rwanda shooting 36%. Argentina is another story as they suffered their worst quarter in the World Cup pre-qualifiers to date. They are shooting a total of 16%, and they have a big hill to climb if they want to make a miraculous comeback here in the fourth quarter. We are underway as Mungo feeds it out to Siciliano, who misses from downtown. The score is 48-29. They fixed it during the quarter break. Sifa thought about the three, decided against it. Good decision. The drive from Biloxi is called with a foul. 19-point lead for Rwanda as they look to move up to a 2-0 record in Group D play to wrap up day 3 of competition. Destiny Faloxi with a total of 8 points, her first trip at the line, and gets it down. She has been flawless here in this tournament. She ended up with a double-double against Lebanon, 12 points and 12 assists. That is a good stat line to kick off the three qualifiers. As she misses a second free throw. By the way, that's her first miss here in the tournament as she drives to the lane again. So she'll make up for that missed free throw by shooting 2 more off of the foul. So she's able to get 2 for the price of 1, 2 trips to the free throw line off of the possession as she makes it 50-29. Second free throw rattles in and out. Second verse, same as the first, but pulling up on the rebound is Faloxi, who drives it into Hampton. Loose ball on the floor, recovered by Sifa. And Faloxi telling the bigs to go ahead to the paint. Hampton gets the ankles and the deuce. Keisha Hampton out of the third and fourth chance opportunity for her team as she delivers on a huge bucket. On the other end, we have Siciliano heading to the line. That foul is on Hope Patera as Siciliano able to get that free throw down despite the loud crowd at Kilgallee Arena. She misses the second free throw as Hope Patera pulls down the read. Patera up top. Faloxi into the lane. Finding Patera, she's called for traveling. A welcome to Pietro Conti, who is now a premium subscriber on the FIBA YouTube page. We thank you for tuning in. We are approaching the 8-minute mark here in the fourth. Rwanda have been leading most of the way, has limited Argentina to ice-cold shooting to one point where they were shooting 16%. Nice fake, and the finish by Julieta Mungo. And Keisha Hampton hits the deck hard off of the fake. Hampton saying she's okay. And McGinney will feed it into Faloxi, who has Siciliano chasing right after her as she breaks the front court. Nice screen from McGinney as Chantel Kayobi steps on the sideline. Siciliano wasting no time. This is her national team debut, and she's going to make up for it in a lot of minutes. Here's the three from Chagas, and can't put that down. Regatet spins through 2 defenders and unable to finish. Sifa, will she get the job done? She can't. Mugeni on the rebound. Faloxi follows through. 5 on the timer. Faloxi spins around, flings it away, can't beat the clock. 24-second violation gives the ball back to Argentina. with 7:07 remaining. And Argentina will see Gretter check back in. And the FIBA Discord server is now live. Join the community by clicking on the link below. Matter of fact, Melissa Gretter will come back into the Argentinian lineup when we return from the break. Rwanda leading by 20, and they're 7 minutes and 7 seconds away from having a 2-0 record in Group D. Melissa Gretter checking back in for Argentina, and Giselle Botta will get her first minutes of action here in the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifiers as she checks in. Not only she's getting her first few minutes in the tournament, this is her first few minutes as part of the national team. So Botta, Gretter, Cabrera, Florencia Martinez, and Mungo, the 5 for Argentina, as they look to finish strong, even though they're down by 20. Botta's first chance doesn't go. But good on her for getting right into the belly of the beast to try to finish strong. That may be what Argentina needs moving forward, as Mareka tests 3 is a no-go. Gretter has her pass picked off by Falaxi. Falaxi with a Euro step. Beautiful feed into Mareka. You can't make a play any prettier than that, folks. And the lead continues to balloon. Logo driving in from the left side, and she goes out of bounds. What a phenomenal play we've just seen moments ago, as Destiny Falaxi with the pretty assist. And Sifa has it nearly taken away from her. We have a scrimmage right in mid-court, and that will result in a tie-up. There's been a total of 27 turnovers in this game. Rwanda responsible for 15 of those. Martinez waiting to bring it in, and she does to Gretter. Gretter had a not so stellar performance against Great Britain with only 6 assists and 1 point and 1 rebound. She has been kept scoreless throughout the entire game, only picking up 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Helping Argentina along the way has been Florencia Chagas, who's done all of her damage from beyond the arc with a total of 9 points. Botta gets the ball, feeds it into Gretter. Teardrop no good for Martinez. That's been her story too. She is 0 of 3. Keisha Hampton pulls for a 3. And brought down by Martinez. Floater alert, no. As Gintinetta unable to get it. And Odile Tetero in the game for Argentina. Final 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hampton trying to fend it off for herself. One to shoot. Tetero bombs away. Unable to hit. Up the floor is Martinez, and she's unable to get the banker to go. Tetero breaking the front court as she gets the ball back from Mika Myiza. The reserves are on the floor for Rwanda with the exception of Hampton as they sense victory. Tetero loses control on the way to the rack. And here's Giselle Botta. Stopped at the top of the elbow. Julieta Mungo, the center, going one-on-one with Mika Myiza. Foul with 4:06 left. And Argentina did not have a good shooting performance against Great Britain despite the win. They shot 28.6% from the field. Tonight is a different story. Hasn't been one of the top performances as they shoot 16% from the field as Saravia gets close for her first shot in the tournament. Now all of Argentina's players have played as Botta and Saravia missed the first game in group play. Argentina will look ahead to play against Lebanon, and Rwanda will meet Great Britain tomorrow. Great Britain with a 1-1 record after defeating Lebanon earlier today. Botta underneath for her first bucket. Her first bucket as part of the national team as it's now 54-34. Hampton underneath as she retreats to the line. Looking at the game stats, the bright side for Argentina. Defensively, they picked up 4 blocks. On the O boards, 14 offensive rebounds. There was one point where they were out rebounding Rwanda, but that has slipped away from their grasp as Rwanda has been out rebounding them 49-41. Keisha Hampton makes the second free throw. As both coaches continue to make changes, we see Victoria Ghana checking in for Argentina. She replaces Candela Gintinetta. Drive from Saravia. Nice fake, but Ghana unable to finish. Under 3 to go. Rwanda 55, Argentina 34. Biloxi guarded by Gretter, back out to Hampton. Hampton in the lane with 2 to shoot. Goes for the fadeaway and misses it, and that's a 24-second violation. Reketet was underneath for the rebound, but it did not hit the rim. We thank each and every one of you for tuning into today in day 3 of the Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament. And we ask for you to stay tuned throughout the evening for the Mexico leg of the pre-qualifiers. At 7:30 Eastern time, it will be Mozambique versus Montenegro. And then following that game will be the matchup between New Zealand and Mexico. So those 2 games, Craig Fada will be on the call for that. And the action for Mexico's part of the Women's World Cup pre-qualifiers gets underway at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. locally on the FIBA YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in for the rest of the action today. Free throw goes down as Siciliano gets both of them to go. And Siciliano, who ended up with 5 points against Great Britain on Monday, comes up with 6 today. Two minutes, fourth quarter, as Rwanda looking to head to a 2-0 record, as Awuzie unable to get it down from the corner. Wide alone is Siciliano, and she misses. And Rwanda slowing the tempo down, and which has been a dominant performance from them. Able to limit Argentina to under 20% shooting and get the advantage back in the rebound game. Pull-up jumper from Hampton. She is fouled as the shot clock expires. Minute and 22 seconds as Argentina is over the foul limit. And Rwanda has been making good of their home court advantage, defeating Lebanon 80-62 on Monday, and now on the verge of winning against Argentina. A $1:22 to go as Hampton gets the second free throw to make it 56-36. Underneath is Boda. Siciliano back out to the corner for Mungo. Mungo drives in and misses the layup. And we've seen this in the first half where they were getting the fast breaks but weren't able to finish off with the layup. And the Kilgaloo Arena on their feet as they're about to see their national team go up 2-0 in Group D play as Keisha Hampton goes for the and one. Out of all the moments in this game where the improbable happens, you might as well add this play. Keisha Hampton with her 14th point. She is behind Bella Marekatet, who has had a game like you wouldn't believe at the bucket. I'll explain more of that at the final horn. Six and a half seconds remaining. And that foul was on Delfina Saravia. As they officially count the basket. And Gregorio Martinez still arguing about the bucket and the foul. But nonetheless, it counts, and so does Hampton's and one. $23-point lead, Rwanda. Drive-by shot. Doesn't go. And the celebration, for at least this night, is on. Destiny Faloxi with a little dance on Gina Netta. Marekatet caps it off. Kilgaloo Arena coming to their feet. One more shot underneath. That goes down for Bada. final score, Rwanda 61, Argentina 36. Rwanda goes 2-0 in Group D play. And if there were any doubts on how this Rwandan team would play in the pre-qualifiers, this victory has expunged, erased, and disintegrated all of those doubts now. They are undefeated in pre-qualifying play at the moment, 2-0 in Group D play. They are the queens of the Group D hill as we speak. Argentina goes down to 1-1 with one more day of group competition to go. Argentina will meet Lebanon tomorrow, and Rwanda will wrap group play up here to face Great Britain. Let's take a look at the final stats before we sign off on what has been a good day 3 of group play here from Rwanda. We'll start with Argentina first. Not their best performance as they end up shooting 17% from the field. They were led by Florencia Chagas with 9 points. Neither player from Argentina has hit double-digit figures today, but they were able to come up with 42 rebounds. But the story tonight, we have 4 players from Rwanda who scored 10 points or more. And the game ball goes to Bella Marekatet, whose three-pointer at the end of the game gave her 18 points and 18 rebounds. Keisha Hampton behind her with 15, Aneza Sifo with 11, and Destiny Falaxi with 10 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds, while shooting 37% and clobbering on 54 rebounds. The final score, Rwanda 61, Argentina 38. A big thank you to our broadcast crew who's worked feverishly behind the scenes for day 3 of coverage here from Rwanda, and we thank all of you for tuning in. I'm going to send you over to Greg Fada in about 3.5 hours from now. We will see the Mexico leg continue in the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifiers. Mozambique and Montenegro will tip off at 7:30, followed by New Zealand and Mexico at 10:30 p.m. Thank you again, everybody. It's been a real blast, and we'll do it all again tomorrow from the Kilgaloo Arena on the FIBA YouTube channel. But for now, for everybody on FIBA and for Coco and myself, Aaron Sanders, we say so long from the Kilgaloo Arena and Rwanda, where you have just watched the Rwandan leg of day 3 of competition of the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifiers. So long, everybody.